Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of TR's Corner. For today's story, what I wanted to tell you about was when my family and I was on a cruise several years ago. My parents have been on several cruises by now, but I think I was about third or fourth grade around the time this happened. For this cruise, one of our stops we had, in between, because when you're on a cruise, you're usually on the ship, and then you stop at countries every once in a while or certain places, and so we stopped at Mexico at one point, and it was actually a very nice beach that we stopped at when we went to Mexico on this cruise. But the real story here is when before we got to this beach, and I think even afterward, when we were trying to get back to the ship and things like that. Um, this is around the time of my life when I realized just how crazy people driving in Mexico is compared to the U.S. Um, they either have a speed limit or they don't follow it, because when we were there, I swear these cars would just zoom on by. They would be like 80 to 90 miles per hour. Really crazy. I can guarantee someone would be dead if they got hit by one of these cars in Mexico. They just drive really, really fast. We actually took a cab at one point while we were there, and I swear the guy was going 100 miles per hour. We could barely sit in our seats. He was driving so fast. Even when he stopped to get us over by the curb, where you get the taxi ride, there was just cars zooming by him, and it was just super super crazy. It literally felt like almost like a NASCAR experience, driving with this guy, and yeah. So Mexico driving is very different than U.S. driving. Just like how there's certain countries where like they drive on the left hand side, and in the U.S. you drive on the right hand side. Just really really crazy in Mexico though. Like I said, there was barely any speed limit. Like I said, I don't even think there is a speed limit down there. Really really crazy. I just remember it literally felt like when I see like NASCAR, fast moving cars, or even like when I watch the Fast and Furious movies, for example. All I can think about is the time when we were in Mexico and we had that cab driver that drove extremely fast. And I mean, he got us to our destination fine, but I mean, my God, he was going fast. He was going really like NASCAR fast with this guy. And yeah, they if you're ever down in Mexico, be warned, they drive fast and they will not slow down. Um, and if you're driving down in Mexico, feel free to go as fast as you want, because as far as I'm concerned, there's like no speeding tickets down there. And if there is, man, oh man, do they get to get their butts moving down there, because it is just a really, really fast paced car environment down there. Just wanted to tell you about my time driving in this guy's cab. Like I said, it literally felt like a NASCAR experience. I think I like literally jumped from my seat at one point when we were in that car. Um, so that's my story today, you guys. Have you ever been in a really crazy situation where someone was driving really fast? If you've never been to Mexico, or have you ever been to another country where they drive really weirdly, whether it's too slow, too fast, drive on the other side of the road? Feel free to share your experience down below. Curious to see what you guys have to share with this kind of a story too. And I will see you guys here for a future video.